9 social skills that make women addicted to you. Stoicism, Old Stoic wisdom. He who conquers others is strong. He who conquers himself is mighty. Lao Tzu. Have you ever wondered how guys who are less good-looking than you can score the hottest chicks? You see them calm, composed, not flashy, yet somehow magnetic. You wonder, what do they have that I don't? Here's the truth. It's not about the face, the money, or even the body. It's about mastery. These men have developed rare social skills, quiet, powerful skills rooted in ancient Stoic principles. They've learned to stay emotionally grounded, to lead with calm confidence, and to make a woman feel deeply seen without trying too hard. You're not lacking. You simply haven't yet unlocked these tools. By the end of this video, you'll walk away with 9 potent social skills crafted for the grounded, wise man that will change how women experience you. This is not about pretending. It's about becoming. And once you do, you won't need to chase women. They'll be drawn to you. Number 9. Speak less and listen more. Almost every man falls into the same trap when he's with a woman. He talks too much about himself, trying to impress, dominate the conversation, and ends up pushing her away without even realizing it. What most fail to understand is that connection doesn't come from impressing her with your stories. It comes from making her feel heard, seen, and valued. When you let her speak freely, when you lean in with genuine curiosity, and when your eyes and body respond to her words with sincere attention, she begins to feel emotionally safe and drawn to you. This is one of the ancient yet powerful social skills embedded in the Stoic approach: self-restraint, presence, and the wisdom to observe before reacting. The Stoics taught that nature gave us 1 tongue and 2 ears so we could hear twice as much as we speak, a timeless quote from Epictetus that echoes the importance of listening with intention. Take a moment to reflect. That average-looking guy you once saw with a stunning woman, he probably mastered this subtle art. He wasn't just hearing her, he was listening, showing interest, asking thoughtful questions, and making her feel alive in her own story. The Stoic man does not seek to impress, he seeks to understand. So when you're in her presence, don't just nod with a blank stare. Engage. Let your expressions, your posture, even your silences speak volumes. Give her the stage and you'll find she starts craving your energy, your stillness, your rare presence in a noisy world. Real-life relationships thrive when one partner feels emotionally safe, and that safety starts with attentive listening. Practice this skill with everyone, not just women, and you'll begin to see how respect and interest open doors that charm never could. So tell me, have you ever caught yourself talking more than listening? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Let's grow wiser together. Number 8. Look the other way. This principle is grounded in timeless wisdom, and it has been proven effective in countless situations where a man has sought to captivate a woman's attention. There's an undeniable psychological power in being a bit elusive. When you withhold your attention and affection, it naturally triggers a sense of longing and curiosity, especially if she has already shown interest in you. This principle relies on the ancient understanding of human desire. If someone feels as though they cannot have something, they will want it even more. Imagine it like holding a delicious steak in your mouth. You savor the flavor, but you never get to swallow it, leaving you craving more. That's the strategy you must employ. When engaging with a woman, particularly one who's attractive, you must not always be available. By stepping back and creating space for a few days, you trigger a sense of urgency in her mind. If after a few days of absence, she reaches out asking if something is wrong or if you're upset, it's a clear sign that she is emotionally invested. In modern life, especially in dating and relationships, playing hard to get can still be a potent tool, but it's essential to apply it wisely. You're not playing games, but rather creating a dynamic where the attraction can build naturally, as she will start to wonder why your attention has shifted. It's a technique that taps into the psychology of desire, demonstrating not just the power of Stoic patience, but also how to navigate the dance of attraction with grace. Number 7. You have options. In life, you must understand the importance of not limiting yourself to one woman, no matter how captivating she may be. Yes, she may seem like the most beautiful woman in the world to you, and her eyes may sparkle brighter than any stars in the sky. But in order to truly win her heart and have her romantically invest in your life, you must understand the need to create space and intrigue. It's natural to give her your attention at first, but the key is to pull back strategically. Show her that you are not emotionally tied down to her alone. Engaging with other women and subtly implying your romantic intentions can awaken a powerful sense of jealousy. Psychologists often highlight the effectiveness of jealousy in creating a sense of competition, which can make a woman more aware of her own feelings for you. This doesn't mean you should treat her disrespectfully or string her along, but rather shift your focus for a while and engage with others around her. This action is not meant to hurt, but to spark curiosity. When you begin to interact with other women in her presence, watch closely for any signs that her behavior changes. Is her tone of voice different when she speaks to you? Does she seem more invested or even more distant? These are signs she is beginning to feel a deeper connection and possibly jealousy. If this happens, you know you've triggered an emotional response, showing she may be interested in you beyond just casual friendship. In modern life, it's crucial to realize that attraction thrives on mystery and challenge. By applying this subtle but effective technique, rooted in ancient wisdom, you can create a dynamic that builds attraction and emotional investment. The Stoic approach teaches you to remain unaffected and calm in the face of these emotional shifts, using wisdom to guide you and not letting impulsive actions rule your choices. Number 6. End conversations. Do you know why people become addicted to things like cocaine? It's because these substances produce a euphoric high that calls them back again and again. This craving for happiness, for that sense of pleasure, is deeply ingrained in human nature. Now, let's apply that same principle to your social interactions, especially with women. When you're talking to a woman, it's not enough to just have a conversation. You must master the art of it. Carry your conversations with confidence, depth, and intrigue. The key to leaving her wanting more is knowing how to end a conversation on a high note, just like a fleeting moment of joy that stays with her long after the conversation ends. Leaving on a powerful, positive note will create a sense of euphoria that will make her crave more of your company. In other words, you will become a source of emotional satisfaction for her. She'll begin to associate you with those feelings, and as a result, she will want to come back to you time and time again. Her attraction will deepen, not only to your words, but to your entire presence. You will become like an irresistible force in her life, and just like someone addicted to their drug of choice, she'll find herself drawn back to you, seeking that same high. So, remember this simple yet powerful strategy. Always end your conversations with her on a note of exhilaration. This will keep her coming back to you, making you an essential part of her emotional landscape. Just like the ancient Stoics, who mastered their emotional responses to the world, you too must master your interactions, being present, aware, and deliberate. Practice this, and you'll become someone she cannot resist. Your presence, your conversations, will become her new addiction. The world doesn't need more passive individuals. Take control, make an impact, and become someone worth coming back to. As Marcus Aurelius said, the happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. The same goes for the quality of your interactions. End every conversation with purpose. Number 5. The 3-minute theory. When it comes to building connections with women, understanding the power of social skills rooted in Stoic wisdom can be a game changer. A technique that has stood the test of time is the 3-minute theory, which has gained acceptance among psychiatrists and psychologists. It suggests that within the first few minutes of meeting someone, creating familiarity is crucial to establishing a connection. One way to do this is through the simple yet profound act of using someone's name. As the wise philosopher Confucius once said, "The superior man is modest in his speech, but exceeds in his actions." When you meet a woman, Make it a habit to naturally use her name at least 3 times during your initial conversation. This small action can instantly build rapport and trust, as it subconsciously triggers a feeling of familiarity. The sound of someone's name is inherently powerful. As Dale Carnegie wisely noted, a person's name is, to that person, the sweetest sound in any language. However, be cautious not to overdo it. Repeating her name excessively could come off as forced or even creepy, creating discomfort instead of connection. Balance is key. In practice, this technique is about striking the right chord of friendliness and respect without overwhelming the person with your attention. By incorporating this simple yet effective social skill into your everyday interactions, you cultivate a sense of connection that can lead to deeper relationships. Remember, building familiarity isn't about trying too hard, but about being genuine and mindful of the moment. So, as you navigate your interactions with women, make sure to use their name thoughtfully and embrace the wisdom of the Stoics. Connect with others with intention and grace. I invite you to share your thoughts in the comments below. How have you used social skills to build trust and rapport in your life? Let's hear your experiences. Number 4. A slight smile. Facial expressions hold immense power in communication, far beyond the words we speak. In fact, studies reveal that nearly 70% of our conversations are conveyed through body language, which includes the subtle movements of our face. This highlights the importance of honing your facial expressions to communicate more effectively, especially when engaging with others, particularly women. Imagine, for a moment, you're talking to an attractive woman. The way you engage with her isn't just about the words, it's how you use your face to express your emotions and intentions. Smiling, for instance, is a small yet profound gesture that can shift the dynamics of the conversation. But be cautious. There's a difference between a warm, genuine smile and an overly exaggerated grin that might make you appear insincere or even creepy. A slight, subtle smile is the key. This tiny, almost invisible curve of your lips has the power to make you come across as approachable, calm, and confident. It's this very subtlety that sparks a deeper connection. When you wear a neutral or bland expression, your conversation could feel flat and lifeless. But with a small smile, you immediately change the energy, making the conversation lighter, more enjoyable, and engaging. In the context of Stoicism, this approach reflects the calm and control of one's emotions. By mastering the art of subtle expression, you not only convey openness, but also exhibit self-discipline, a key tenet of Stoic wisdom. Modern life constantly pulls us in different emotional directions, yet the Stoic practice of controlling our facial expressions allows us to maintain composure, fostering connections built on calmness and charm. So remember, a simple smile is not just a physical expression, but a reflection of the inner strength that guides your interactions, making them more magnetic and engaging. Number 3. Build familiarity. To truly capture a woman's attention and create an undeniable attraction, you must first build familiarity, a cornerstone in the art of social influence. When a woman becomes familiar with you, your presence shifts from being unnoticed to being registered in her mind. And how do you achieve this? Through the power of compliments. A compliment, when given genuinely, not only elevates her self-esteem, but also triggers a positive emotional connection that locks you into her thoughts. For example, when you spot a woman in the supermarket wearing a piece of jewellery that stands out, don't hesitate, compliment it. Why? Because every detail a woman chooses for her appearance, especially the jewellery, has been carefully considered and reflects a part of her personality. Complimenting such personal choices acknowledges her individuality, and in doing so, you are no longer just another passerby in her world. You become someone she registers. This might sound simple, yet it is profound in its effects. The legendary Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius said, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." Compliments are a way of reinforcing positive thoughts, both in her mind about herself and in her perception of you. Now, While it may feel awkward at first, don't be discouraged. Like any skill, this takes practice. In fact, in the beginning, it's perfectly normal to fumble your way through it, but don't stop. The more you practice, the more natural it becomes. Master this simple yet powerful skill, and you will quickly find that you've elevated yourself from being invisible to becoming someone she can't stop thinking about. Let your words of appreciation speak louder than any grand gestures. Be consistent, be genuine, and watch the results unfold. Remember, this isn't about flattery, it's about authentic recognition. In today's fast-paced world, where everything is about instant gratification, showing genuine interest in a woman's individuality sets you apart. Never underestimate the power of a well-timed compliment. It could be the very key to unlocking the attraction you desire. Try it today. Compliment someone and see the doors to deeper connections open. Drop a comment below. What is one compliment you've given recently that had a profound impact? Number 2, find the right subject. When engaging with a woman, especially on a first date, the conversation plays a critical role in shaping her perception of you. The key to success is choosing the right subject matter. You may have already passed the initial test, having successfully caught her attention and securing that first date. But now it's time for the real challenge. You must navigate the conversation carefully to avoid common pitfalls that could damage your chances. Start by identifying common ground. There are certain topics where you will likely align and others where you won't. It is essential to find those mutual areas of interest. A shared conversation allows both of you to feel more comfortable and engaged. When you talk about subjects where you both have a vested interest, it creates an atmosphere of connection and harmony, which is vital in building attraction. On the other hand, bringing up topics that trigger strong disagreements or opinions can lead to tension and may cause her to distance herself emotionally. Disagreements can make the conversation uncomfortable, and in some cases, give the impression that you are not compatible. Remember, the objective is not to create conflict or defend personal beliefs at this stage. It's about fostering a positive interaction where both of you feel heard and respected. Moreover, avoid the temptation to try too hard to impress her with exaggerated claims or ostentatious displays of wealth, knowledge, or power. Too many men fall into the trap of boasting, thinking that showing off their superiority will win over a woman. The opposite is often true. Acting as if you're above her in intelligence, strength, or status creates a divide rather than a connection. Women appreciate authenticity and humility far more than boasting or trying to belittle them. In fact, ancient Stoic wisdom teaches that true strength lies not in overpowering others, but in maintaining composure and virtue in all situations. A Stoic understands that their worth is not defined by comparisons with others, but by their own integrity and wisdom. Therefore, on a date, instead of trying to one-up her, engage in a meaningful conversation, stay present, and be genuine. Make her feel like she is valued for who she is, not for what she can do to validate your ego. This subtle yet powerful shift in mindset will make you more appealing, as it demonstrates self-confidence without arrogance. By focusing on mutual interests and displaying authentic confidence, you create a conversation where both parties feel at ease. This, in turn, makes the connection more meaningful and lasting. In modern life, this approach is just as relevant. Social media and modern dating often foster a false sense of perfection or competitiveness, but real attraction is built on honest communication, shared values, and a mutual respect that transcends superficial attempts to impress. Whether you're conversing face-to-face or through text, remember the timeless principles of Stoicism and let your actions speak louder than words. Be present, be kind, and above all, be yourself. Number 1. Appropriate gifts. When you first meet a woman, it's important to establish healthy boundaries while demonstrating your genuine care and respect for her. A thoughtful gesture, such as gifting her a simple bouquet of flowers, can speak volumes. It's a sign of respect and romance that doesn't overwhelm her. This act is a beautiful way to show that you're thinking of her without pushing her into a corner. As the Stoic philosopher Epictetus wisely said, "Wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants." Similarly, the simplest gestures, when done with sincerity, can leave a lasting impact far beyond any extravagant gifts. Avoid overdoing it with lavish presents like chocolates in heart-shaped boxes or extravagant items such as cars, which may make her feel pressured to reciprocate in an equally grand way. Instead, focus on making her feel valued and appreciated without making her feel indebted. The key is to show that you care not through material possessions, but through your actions and thoughtful attention to her needs. Remember, Stoicism teaches us to master our desires and act with reason, not emotion, which creates a balanced, respectful dynamic between you and her. Your effort to make her evening special will speak louder than any material gift ever could. What's important is your ability to connect and create an atmosphere where respect and mutual understanding thrive. Share your thoughts in the comments below. What do you believe makes a simple gesture truly meaningful? Don't let rejection shake your confidence. If the woman you spoke to doesn't reciprocate, keep your head high and maintain your self-assurance. Confidence is key, and the social skills we've shared in this video are the tools you need to build that unshakable certainty in yourself. When you master these skills, you'll find that no woman will be able to resist your allure. Remember, a woman's refusal isn't a reflection of your worth. There are countless women out there who would value your company. Stay grounded in your own value, keep practicing, and your efforts will pay off. If you've absorbed this knowledge, type 100% in the comments to affirm your commitment to these principles. For more insightful discussions, don't forget to check out the recommended video that pops up next. Thanks for watching and keep learning.